I know I said in episode 1 that you become an executor in the moment that the person dies, but actually I sort of think it starts before then. Ideally, the job starts when everyone is still alive, when the person is considering writing their will, and both of you have the chance for the person to say, I think this is the kind of person I would like to ask to be my executor, or to be the person who arranges my funeral after my death. But then not only that they choose that person and write them down, but also that they then have the conversation with that person. You're an executor if someone has written you into their will whilst they're still alive to say you are the person who has the legal power to represent them after their death. And that authority comes from a validly written will. There's also a parallel job, which is an administrator. So even if no one writes you into a will, you could still be the person who is in charge after someone's death just by being their civil partner, married partner, or by being a blood relative. And if you're an administrator after someone's death, you still do the same jobs. It's just you get your authority to act from the courts in England and Wales rather than from a will, because there isn't one. But it's also possible, like in my case, I just sort of worked out that my parents individually had a will after they got divorced, and that my name was down as one of the executors. So I had enough time to sort of work that out before my dad actually died. In fact, for me, I kind of wish that aged 18, we could understand that it is possible from that point onwards that we will be the person who will be in charge after someone's death. Adult children with divorced parents, it's highly likely that in the case of one of their deaths, that it is the adult child who is legally responsible and accountable in the case of that parent's death, that they will have to arrange the funeral, pay the person's bills, pay their debts, pay any inheritance tax due, and then distribute, perhaps even sell, whichever belongings they have to bring that person's life to a close when they no longer can. So yeah, I actually think the job of executor or administrator starts with understanding that that could be us and having a bit of a grip on what that job actually is. So that's what I'm going to try and explain in these videos.